Huge bit support at 185. Okay. Some higher lows from the open. Should be able to sustain this level there. Or at least the 184. Okay, new 5-minute candle, that's great. It's gonna give us some more context as to what the stock wants to do. Perhaps we're buyers here, F2. For the hold of the whole dollar. Stop loss right below this breaking point there. We're buying there. And we didn't get filled. Darn it. It's about a second late. Darn. Huge ask at 210. Resistance area there. Perhaps if it's able to break above that, it's gonna hold these levels. Probably not. It's teasing. That's what we're looking at now. Possible long. Now rejection there again at 216. Okay, now that we had those breaks, we can possibly buy this pullback at 215. Stop loss at 209, right below this support there. No, don't want to press too early because it could flush still. Buying there. Okay. We have our stop loss right underneath this support there. Looking for the breakout. Should be able to hold these levels there. And I did buy it overextended, but the patterns are showing strength. If it doesn't hold, we get stopped out. If it holds this level, great. At 215. Huge ask at 220. Should be able to break it. There he goes. And at this point, we're not raising our stop loss yet because it can still pull back to our entry point. If we were to raise it, it could easily stop us out at break even. How high can you go? How high can you go? Looks good. There's huge bid support at approaching our target now. 1 cent away. Just give it one more push. There it goes. And we got filled. Nice trade overall. There it is. There's a pullback there at 230. Although the stock is climbing in momentum and volume, it might keep actually squeezing up. Wouldn't be surprised. Not bad. Initially we wanted to enter over here at 199 and then we sent out our order, but we didn't get filled, and our take profit was literally right there at 211. So we did have to break above this resistance by a cent, but it did. And then it pulled back, and then if you notice this ascending support, beautiful ascending support, right? But also the stock was moving to major resistance. So the high of day of 214, and then it made a new high here at 215, rejected. So anytime it went around that area, it got rejected. Right here, this doji on the 1 minute chart, it's a representation of uncertainty, basically a battle between the bulls and the bears, and a lot of indecision there. They're trying to basically at war. Had the bears won here, we would have seen a pullback obviously, and there would have been another battle here at the support, but the bears were stronger. Immediately it consolidated a little bit, but it did hold right above the previous resistance, major resistance. Now the stock is pulling back, and we bought it here for the break, like the actual break of that resistance area. We wrote it up here, and now it's pulling back this way. It might pull back over here to the previous resistance. Now it's support. So once it breaks resistance, and if it holds above it, that previous resistance now becomes support. So this area here around the 220s, people will probably buy. So you see the newest high of day at 239, essentially the same as the pre-market high of day. No wonder there was a major resistance there. Let's look at NETE. You see here that breakout, pull back to support. It held, it went up again. Now two flat tops there. got rejected, danced around, came back to support, held again, and then it did break above those flat tops there at 16. Now we could buy it for the pullback back to those flat tops, previous resistance, now support. It looks like it's going without us again. Let's see. It's too much. Risking 50 cents to make about $1. We have high relative volume. The float is small. Although the spread is pretty wide as a 10-cent spread. I don't know. It's losing its steam. If we look at 15-minute chart, it could still pull back all the way down here. It could still make a pullback here. 15-minute candle. All the way down here, it could still make that pullback. So, boom, 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 possibly. If not, let's see. We can always add mid-range with the stop loss below. You know, as long as your stop loss is below the 1536 area there. So if that was the case, we can add at 1582. As long as your stop loss is right below that area. Because technically it could still go all the way down here. However, if you notice the pattern it's forming, right? Up, down, up, down. So if it were to get here and it were to go up, essentially it's a head and shoulders pattern. So it means that, yeah, it would go up a little bit, but it has a high probability of being rejected again at 16 and then just trending downwards. So always trying to look into the future a little bit. So let's see. We see a pattern here. Does look like an ascending wedge as well, so maybe the stock would just fall. So that's the risk if you want to take it. Buy mid-range. Yet if it falls, your stop loss is still below this support. So if it continues to fall, I mean, you'll be stopped out right there. But if it goes up in your favor, I mean, anything could happen. Just be tactical about it. It's the battle of 16. It is best to sometimes just step back a little bit, refresh the screen, refresh the chart, make sure there's like a new vision, you know. In other words, like, it's best to see if you can visualize new patterns forming that are more recent, more contemporary or relevant. So right now it is being rejected at the 16. Whoa, huge flush. Well, that tells us everything we need to know. Alright, shutting it off now. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.